Okay, so let's look at how you set up the starting templates for your emails. So they're the client emails that are available from directly within the client's front screen, and also the easy emailing. So that's the bulk emails that you're going to be sending out. They're recorded in two slightly different places because obviously you don't want all the various emails that you're using for marketing to be visible in the client's front screen, and I'll show you where they're kept separate in here. So let's get started. We go into Documents, Document Templates, and the first email we're going to look at is setting up the template for the client emails. So that's number 2 on the list here, ticking the box, and all the emails that are available from that client's screen become available here. We click the starting template and double click, and that opens the starting template that's downloaded for you. Don't worry, this looks a little bit daunting. There's a lot of text in here, but these are really just the instructions that you need to follow to make sure that you get this set up initially in the first place. Now, what we've also done is quite a bit of formatting in the background for you so that you don't need to worry about things like HTML code and things like that. So this is set up as a page width that will be displayed in the preview window of most email providers' browsers. So when people open their emails, the preview window's there, and this will display usually full width in the preview window. And there's all sorts of marketing research that's been done by gurus that says that if you can see the full width of the email in a preview window, you'll get a much higher click-through rate to the actual email than if it's just a partial one. So we've already preset the width of this. Now, the other thing that we've done to make sure that you don't have to worry about doing HTML coding and all that sort of complicated stuff is really all you're doing is adding your text and images and things into these sections here. So to control the width and make sure that it formats correctly when it's produced as an email, what we've done is put a table in the background of this, and you're actually editing and entering information into a table on this document. So to see the table, you can see that that's a grey lines in the background, and that's created this grid on the screen. So that's the content that's there is in one part of the grid, the content that's there is in another part of the grid. This is the main body of the grid that's there, and then the bottom section here, that's a separate part of the grid. Now let's start at the top and work through these. The top grid that's here, we suggest you put your company name and details in, your logo, perhaps your contact details, telephone number and things. And you can insert, just like in the letters, you can insert images. Now the thing to bear in mind is, if you're inserting an image into this email, that needs to be sent with the HTML document and the email that's sent. So to do that, the system needs to know where to find the picture exactly. So any of the images that you want to insert into here, you need to save a copy of in the pictures folder, which is in the Get Booked Up folder on your C drive where it was installed. So if you have any queries about that, just have a look at the other video that explains about some of the folder setup. But any of the images that you want to use here need to be saved in the pictures folder, and then you can just click insert, and then you would choose image and choose that from the pictures folder and insert that in here. So each of these boxes, part of the grid, are individual sections. So if I want to continue typing in here, this will obviously just move the lower grid sections down, so you can make the email as long as you like. And then the second part of the grid, we recommend, if you've just put your company logo in the top one, you can put perhaps your contact details and things in here, or you could just leave it blank if you wanted to. And this third part of the grid, this is where we recommend you put the main body of your email. And again, if you start from this starting template, we've already put some of the merge fields in. So we've got hi, and then the merge field is dear. So that'll put the client's name and merge that in automatically. And then again, you can add any text that you like in this section here. So we can add anything you like, text, and you can just create the email that you want as your starting template. And also you can add other merge fields if you want. So if you click the Show Merge Field button, the merge fields that are available, depending on the edition that you're in, the merge fields that are available appear on the right hand side. So if you wanted to put a home telephone number in here, we can click that, and you can see it's added in the merge field here for the home telephone number. So once you've finished editing the contents of these grids here, you can just click File, Save, and that'll save this as your starting template for each of the emails that you're going to create going forward. So once that's saved, we can close that. Now each time you come in to create a new email, you'd come into the Document Templates, Client Emails, you would open your starting template. This will all be set up for you now. You will click File, Save As, and then you'll just change the name of the document. So we'll change the starting template bit to perhaps summer offer and click save. And now you can edit this to your heart's content. You can change the offer in the section here. We could put summer offer. Do whatever you need to do to change this here. Then you just click file, save. You can close that down, and now you can see that that's a separate email that's available in the list there and available from within the client's record. I'll just quickly show you where that is in the client's record. If I open a record, so these are available directly from this little button here. So alongside the email address there's a button that says email. If we click that, the list of emails that are available open, and you can see there's the summer offer one. We just double click that, that opens up, and again if you wanted to you can edit this here and edit it further. We can put a subject line in, we can even put attachments on, and then click send, and that'll send that off to the email that's recorded on that client's record. If I just close that down now. So the only other thing that we need to do now is set up the template in the easy email section at the bottom here, number 6. Now if we're looking here, we can see that we've got a starting template in here, and this is the same document that you can start from. So it may be that you want your marketing emails to look different to the emails that are generated from within the system, in which case you can set this one up to look different. But what most people do is just copy the template that they've set up for the standard emails that are coming out of the client's record. So let me show you a little shortcut that will allow you to do that. If we go back to the client emails screen here, and we open up the starting template for the client emails, and then we click file, save as, and this time what we're going to do is we're going to change the prefix of the letter. So the prefix on this letter is get booked up DOM client email, and we're going to change the DOM client email bit, which is the prefix to this, and we're going to change this to ME. If we then click save, we just click yes to overwrite the existing document template that's there. Close this down. If we now go back down to the easy email, we'll see the starting templates there. If we double click and open that, that is now an exact copy of the one that was created in the client emails section. So that saves you having to duplicate the work in the easy email just by changing the prefix of the client email one. So if you're still a little unsure, just watch the video again. If you still can't work it out, just give us a call. It's part of the support that we provide as part of the initial setup. We'll help you get these worked out and created. But if you have a look and see if you can work it out for yourself, then you'll be able to create all sorts of other clever emails and change the formatting and things of them as you go along. But we're here if you do need us. Just give us a call.